Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. This is Jay here at Fort Living Room Homestead, and today we are talking compost. So, what we have going on here is a collection of all the goodies that were donated from the restaurants that decided to partner with us for this compost project that we're doing to create amazing soil for our market garden and to provide some nutritious food for these chickens. And I would like to send a shout out to all the people who helped me and all the restaurants who decided to participate. Thank you all. You all know who you are, and we appreciate you. But with that being said, I just wanted to go ahead and show what we got going on here. So we have a combination of, again, all the scraps. We have part of an old compost pile, not even so much old, but a compost pile that we started when we got here on site. And it is comprised of old plants, the soil from old plants that we had, a bunch of wood chips, lawn clippings, food matter that we'd broken down through the process of doing the Bakashi composting. There's a lot of goodies and a lot of nutrition already in the soil right here. This was like my pet project once we hit the ground. I took that amazing soil we had going on and I partnered it with all the scraps that we got, and this compost pile is looking really good. There are lots of flies and other bugs all over this pile, which is actually a good thing. One, it's going to help with the breakdown process. Two, it is going to create all sorts of other little larvae for these chickens to come and munch on later, and that is the plan. So, the chickens so far, they've been coming up, they've been enjoying it, they've been nibbling on it. Right now, they're kind of winding down for the day, so they're not really over here. They're back in the coop for the most part, and there may be one or two stragglers out here somewhere, but everything's winding down for the day. So yeah, this is one big experiment. We're going to see how this goes. So far, so good. The goal is to totally wean the chickens off of feed and get them to use their instincts and scavenge for food on their own. We have everything here on site on the property to provide them all the proper nutrition along with these food scraps. We've got a field back down over there that's got all sorts of wild grain growing in it. I'm going to go down there at some point and clip a lot of the tops off of that grain, drop it down on here so they can get their grains in. We still have a little bit of extra feed left over. And the plan is to slowly wean them from eating from the feeders and get them out here. So I did take some of the feed, sprinkle it down here with some nuts and some other things, sunflower seeds, and yeah, there's all sorts of different nuts down here. Low salt, don't give them salty nuts. All these nuts are pretty much low salt to no salt. So, but yeah, so we've got all sorts of goodies here, and this compost pile is looking really good. I never thought I would say that a pile of junk with flies flying all over it would look good, but when you're in the chicken game, this definitely looks good. And there's something, I don't even know what that thing is, but anyway. So yeah, so we've got a little bit of everything going on in here. This is one big experiment. I am very curious to see how this is going on. And like I say, it's close to the end of the night. The chickens are winding down, so I'm about to put them, or make sure they're all in there. Some of them are still in the run over there. I can see some of them still down in there. Old Skids is over here doing what he does best and being a boss in the corner. But yeah, we're about to wrap it up for the night for these ladies and gentlemen. And then we're going to go ahead and cover that compost pile up with some additional matter from one of our other piles just to keep the creatures down. So yeah, with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. I just wanted to share the new project, and I will keep you updated as it all comes down, and we'll see how it works out. So it is time to go. And oh, one more thing. Yeah, so this part right here, the coop, this used to be the other little side run right here, and I did decide to actually go ahead and convert this into another building. So I just did some pallet framing right now. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. I just got it framed just so I can get some wire on there, and then I'm going to patch some of those holes. This is going to be a little more filled in to keep some of the wind out, because I want to make this area for some of the brooding chickens. I saw that Homestead Heart video a while ago. She was talking about that on her channel, and I thought that was a really, really cool idea, especially now that we have the roosters here. We're going to want to do our own chickens, because eventually we will make our own meat birds and our own egg birds, so that is definitely in the works. And one more thing that we did, provide a little bit of beautification here. We went ahead and cleaned this back part of the run up, put the rest of the chicken wire up to keep the birds from flying out as easy. They could still probably get out if they really wanted to, which it doesn't matter if they do. But I also put some pallets up over here to provide a little shaded area for the chickens. I bet people were like, why didn't he take those poles all the way to the end when they first saw this? What are you doing to her? You dirty chicken. Be nice. Be nice, pumpkin. But yeah, so yeah, this little lady over here is taking advantage of the shade. They really like this little hangout area, and I'll put some water on that little pallet right there to keep it off the ground so it doesn't get a bunch of junk in it, so they can come out here, forage around out here in the run, and then go drink some water and still be outside in the shade. So I thought that was a cool addition. And eventually we're going to get back to this part and beautify this much more, but right now it's about utility. That's the main focus of all this, and getting all this established, especially this compost over here, because we are trying to reduce the cost of everything on this homestead and this farm, to leave us some wiggle room to work on some of the other projects that we got coming in the future that I am excited to share. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, and thanks for taking the time to check this out. And I look forward to updating y'all once we get a little bit more done on this, and once we see how these chickens respond to this new feeding method that we're trying to work out here. So with that being said, I'm going to cut this video off, and I'm going to be out of here.